It was a black guy with dreadlocks by himself. I don't know if you want to use that.
Okay, well, listen, Rick.
And I'm not, hey, I'm a black guy, so I'm not, saying that because I'm a white guy out in Waukesha saying black guys did it.
Okay.
But this is what her daughter said.
Rick, I should inform you right now, you are on live television. So we,
oh, really?
Everything you say, we are using. So we want to be careful.
Well, I'm telling you, okay.
And we are going to, listen, you are an eyewitness account and we're taking you at your word. We are going to work to confirm these details later.
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about the tragedy that happened in Waukesha, Wisconsin, which is in the Milwaukee, Racine, Kenosha area. Now, apparently there's a Christmas parade every year in this small town. You have people that are young, old, everything in between, coming out for a family-friendly event. As a matter of fact, there's a group called the Dancing Grannies. They go there every year. They're seen as the glue of the parade. Now, unfortunately, a 39-year-old black male by the name of Darrell Brooks Jr. barreled his vehicle. I think he had a Ford Escape SUV. He barreled his vehicle through the parade. He killed 5 people and injured around 40. Now, these numbers could change because you may have some that are still in critical condition, kind of clinging to life. But as of right now, right around 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Monday, November 22nd, 2021, you have 5 dead and 40 injured. Now, I would play the video of said incident right here, but of course, we're on YouTube. That'd be too graphic. But as always, that will be in the description box below if you want to see it for yourself. I'm going to give you the mental picture so you're able to understand what's happening as we get deeper into the details. Now, this is really crazy, really unfortunate, and what's even more crazy and unfortunate is the media reporting when this story first came out. There was a lot that was said. First, the rumor that was reported by the mainstream media was that Darrell Brooks was being pursued by the police, and as a result of the pursuit, he fled into the crowd. That's not what happened. The police did a presser, and of course, that'll be in the box below if you want to see their presser. But in the presser, they say he was not being pursued. Now, what is true, according to the police, is that he allegedly had just got done committing some kind of crime or some kind of assault, some kind of domestic disturbance before he ran into the crowd, but he was not being pursued by police actively when he ran into the crowd. You understand what I'm saying? So that's that. The second thing is this was no mistake. He drove through a barrier to go and ram his car into the parade. This is no mistake. All right. Because I'm not sure if you guys know, but you guys are pretty smart. If you're watching me, you understand that when you have a parade, you can't just drive your car through a parade randomly. That's not how it works. You're going to have streets blocked off. Now, this is not like New York City where you're going to have concrete barriers and tanks and all kind of heavy equipment like that. Like if they're going to have the ball drop on New Year's Eve, it's not quite that way. What they had was these kind of short wooden style like TP barriers. I can't really describe it, but if I can find it, I'll place it on the screen before you. But they had those on the ground. So if you drove that way and you drove through that, you know you were doing something wrong. So he drove through the barrier. I think police were right there. He drove through them and barreled his car into the crowd, killing 5, injuring 40. Really unfortunate. Now, the media also didn't describe him by race for some reason. All right. He's clearly black. You heard the guy in the beginning say he was black by himself with dreadlocks. And you heard the guy. See, you heard the guy talking about, hey, we're live on air. Might not want to say that. Why would that be a suggestion? Huh? If you have an eyewitness and he sees it, why would that be a suggestion? Oh, we're live on air. Oh, well, I can't say that. I can't say what I saw. What's really going on? He's not saying that he did it. He's not saying any kind of racial slur. He's not cursing. So what are you talking about? Why would you say something like that? This is the general way the media does. Not all media, but a lot of media, they do that. What did they say? If it was a white guy that did something like that, white male, a domestic terrorist suspect, plows his car through a crowd of people, is what they'll say, right? That's like the whole thing with Kyle Rittenhouse. 17-year-old white male armed with an AR-15 crossing state lines is what they say. But in this case, they say a person, a car, all this and that. Why not describe him by his race? Especially if he's on the run. And they got him in custody, by the way. But if he was on the run and you didn't have him in custody, shouldn't you be able to describe how he looks and what kind of car he's driving so people can catch him, or they might want to avoid him so they don't get killed or injured or carjacked themselves? Isn't it a matter of public safety that you know how this guy looks to get a description? I mean, whatever happened to having those posters, the wanted posters with a guy with his picture on it? Is that somehow racist? I don't care what color that guy is that did it, but if witnesses say he was black, cornrows, by himself, why is that a bad thing? What's going on? And then, to the whole thing about, it was an accident. He was escaping. He was nervous. He had anxiety. That's the reason why he plowed through the crowd. I'm not sure. Now, this guy, Daryl Brooks, has a lengthy criminal rap sheet, and I'll play some things on the screen, some things in the description box below. But he had all kinds of charges on his jacket from years and years ago and up until recently. As a matter of fact, he was out on $1,000 bail for a recent alleged offense. He was released on bail on November the 19th. Today is November 22nd. So just 2 or 3 days ago, he was locked up and they gave him bail. $1,000 cash bond. Beating baby mama up, resisting arrest, bail jump, and all kind of stuff. If I can find that, I'll place it on the screen also in the box. But one thing about the domestic thing with baby mama was he did something that kind of leans into what he did here, allegedly, as far as a Christmas parade. So what I heard from the police is that he punched his child's mother in the face. I guess when she fell or when she was on the ground, he tried to run over her with that same car. So is it a coincidence that he gets out 2 days later and runs through a crowd with that same car? Is it a coincidence? I don't think so. Should he have been out on bond, considering not only the offense that he just did a couple of days ago, but also his track record, long of violent criminal, guns, battery, assault, everything. He's also a sex predator. He was pimping an underage girl in Vegas. This guy's just a career criminal, a complete dirtbag, should not have been out. But you know what? A lot of this case kind of goes against the narrative of what the mainstream media say and your BLM types. It goes against what they say. Because what did they say? Oh, well, if you are a black male and you did anything like what Kyle Rittenhouse did, then you be locked up right away. You be killed right away. All this and that and the third. Obviously, that's not true. Obviously, it's not. This guy was a violent career criminal. Should not have been out on the streets, but he was. Went out there, killed a bunch of people. He's in custody, by the way. If I didn't say that earlier, he's in custody. Did he get shot while being brought into custody? No. He's alive and well in custody right there in Milwaukee, Waukesha, whatever. And the same thing with that guy, Zach Stacy. You guys may have seen that horrific video of him beating his child's mother up. This guy got released from jail on a 10 grand bond. 10 grand, that's it, $10,000. Not only did he beat her up on camera, he also fled, he ran. So when the police came, he was on the run. They had to go find him. They had to find him, bring him back. He was released on 10 grand bond. So, I mean, how are they going to protect the girl? How are they going to protect his child's mother? Oh, don't go over there. Don't you attack her. Is that what they're going to do? I mean, this is crazy. You know what? The narrative that black men are just victims and we always get the short end of the stick is simply false. If anything, a lot of the black violent criminals get slaps on the wrist all the time. I ain't talking about guys that jaywalk or, you get caught driving with no seatbelt on or something like that. I'm talking about guys that are violent, dangerous people, aggravated assault, assault with deadly weapon, shooting at police officers. All these guys get reduced sentences, no sentences, slaps on the wrist, low bond, no bail, releasing their own recognizance, and they go out in the community and they commit crime over and over and over and over and over again. Then a white guy, you must run and just cross street at the wrong time. If you jaywalk, if you spit on the sidewalk, you might get life with no parole. That's kind of the way it's seeming right now. People are overcompensating for what they hear in the media that is simply not true. And again, rest in peace to all those who died in this tragedy in Waukesha, Wisconsin. And prayers out to you guys' family, and to anyone who was injured. Please get well soon, have a speedy recovery, and prayers out to you guys as well, because that's something really hard to witness. Some of their dancing grannies were killed, if I'm not mistaken, and or injured. So this is really bad. But it goes to show, you'll see how this is covered. It won't be covered too much. I'll talk about it for a little bit, but it'll go away. This will not be like the whole Kyle Rittenhouse thing. And they won't get into whether this was retaliation for the Kyle Rittenhouse verdict or not. I mean, the Kyle Rittenhouse thing just happened, and they keep saying over and over again in the media, white male terrorists, white male, so white supremacists, all this and that and the third, hates black people, you guys are nothing. They keep pushing that narrative, and you might cause some ridiculous, moron, career criminal, violent, dangerous person to go out there and do something ridiculous, violent, and dangerous and criminal. Just maybe. I'm not saying they did that, but they're not going to dive into whether that could be true or not, because they want to protect themselves. They're worried about pushing out a certain image and a certain narrative rather than just revealing the truth for what it is. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? How do you feel about this whole situation with the tragedy in Waukesha, the person that did it, the way the media are reporting it, not really trying to say their race, or it was a person, or it was a car? How do you feel about the way this has been handled compared to other things where they think a white male is involved, or when the white male actually is involved? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys pretty much know where I stand. This is really unfortunate, a tragedy, but it just highlights how the media and the left, it highlights what they see as important and what they don't see as important, what they see as a potential racial thing or not. We see what they do. So don't be surprised when you see things like this happen, where guys are getting arrested and they're not being, shot and killed immediately. The way the media wants to portray black men is simply false. 100% false. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.